Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Football Manager with the Super Swans breaking FM24. I knew I wanted to win the championship season 1 and I wanted a mid-table finish season 2. We got 8th place. That's a little higher, but just bang on targets. I joked about winning the Premier League season 3 and we got 3 games left to play. It's tight at the top, but we're so close to doing it. And we have no right. It's going to be a really low points total. Teams just taking too many points off each other and just handing us the title. We are unbeaten in a while. We haven't played too many big teams in this run. We've had a little sticky spell where we have played big teams. Our final 3, Chelsea away, currently sitting in 9th. Arsenal are in 3rd. An outside shot at the title for them. We play them in the penultimate game at home. And Man United are 6th and looking for a Champions League spot after some good form. That will be at Old Trafford. So Stamford Bridge up first. We do sit top. 9 points left to play for. We are 8 points clear of Man City and 9 clear of Arsenal. But there's a very good chance we lose all 3 of these games. And it might just come down to, do Man City win all of their games? Do Arsenal win all their games? And how the goal difference changes? That might be the title decider in Season 3. It's not out of our hands. Of course not. We can get a draw in any one of these 3 games and seal a title. We could lose 2, and as long as we don't lose by like 15 goals in each game, that draw should take us on goal difference to be the champions over Man City. But it's still very nervous. And even though it kind of is in our hands in a lot of ways, it doesn't feel like it's in our hands. And it feels like 3 defeats are probably incoming. And we're going to be handed the title through more incompetency from Man City or Arsenal, just not getting the job done. United are stumbling, but they're trying to get up. Villa are right there with them. They're both battling right now. Liverpool are in great form. They cannot win the title, but they can play spoiler. Maybe. Because they have played... Who did they play recently? They beat us. I thought they played Man City. They must have played Man United more recently. So they share the points away from home and at home. Okay, so... Yeah, they haven't really affected it in that way. Villa kind of had some good games against them, to be fair. And Arsenal kind of had some good games against them. Man United, well, they lost at home too. They beat on the road. So, yeah, that's maybe why they're not in a title fight, but they're just outside it. Yeah, early on as well, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, they're all kind of low end of the league, like 12th to 16th. They've all slowly worked their way back up the table. Brighton's starting to fall off, but they're still above Newcastle and Chelsea and Tottenham, so good for them. Brentford were really high up in the league early on, but they kind of started falling down with some bad results, probably against teams they shouldn't have lost to, kind of like West Ham, Forest, Palace. Like some of these results that did go against them, and that settled them into the mid-table. We've just stayed higher than that this entire time. And we could be ultimately rewarded and could even win the title if Man City draw once or if we draw once. we could be winning the title on 77 or 78 points. Barely enough to sneak third last season and would have been pushed out to fourth the year before. Do we care? Am I going to apologize for that? I've done my bit. My team has conceded only 25 times in 35 games. We have scored 74 goals in those same games. We have lost 4 times. 3 times on the road. Brentford when they were flying high. Villa and Arsenal by a goal. Man City at home, our only home loss. Draws, not that many either. Villa, Newcastle, West Ham, Man City, Fulham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Southampton. Very nice. Win the other 23. We did our bit. It comes down to it towards the end of the year. More goals, Erling Haaland with 30, well ahead of everyone. Yamal and Watkins on 18, Ekatike, Rashford 16, Pafundi 15, Šeško, Gyökeres on 13. The assist, Wirtz, then down to Heung-min Son, Cameron Humphreys and Fabio Carvalho. Casemiro, that's an interesting one, on 9 with James Ward-Prowse, Grealish and Palmer on 8. Fewest conceded, Illan Meslier. Clean sheets, Illan Meslier. Most dribbles made, Sam Parker. More shots, Lamine Yamal. We're also quite high on possession loss, offsides, and just open play crosses attempted. Our fullbacks, when they thrive, we fly. That's what we've always said, and that's what we're proving time and time again. Couple of injuries and knocks here and there. Carboni's back. He's not fully fit, but we are starting him, Dorgu, onto the bench. Our backup keeper, Locker, has just gone down for 3 weeks, so pretty much the rest of the season. I called up Archie Mayer, but we can't register him, so he will not sit on the bench. So young goalkeeper, 16-year-old Elliot Jones, the 2-star potential, is going to sit on the bench just in case we have an almighty collapse and something happens. We get sent off with Meslier or a big injury. He just kind of has to be there for now. Bench, Makoko, Igeli, Rego, Galbraith, Braybook, Pellegrino, Dorgu, Devine, and of course that man, Jones. Jones the Keep, as we might term him in Wales, which I love. Starting 11 though, looks really good. Is it good enough for a trip to Stamford Bridge? I think so. The French Revolution in net, Meslier, Carboni reclaims his spot at left back. Sam Parker, the wonder kid, comes in at right back again. Pavlovic partnered by Alessandro Marcandali for one reason, one big reason. He's as good as Esteve, who's been playing good when he's been pulled in. Pellegrino's been up and down, but has done better lately, but isn't that much better. Dida Baptista, his time will come in the future. So why Marcandali? I mean, we're probably going to lose no matter who's at centre-back. He's not really a drop down from anybody else. So why not just play him and get him a couple extra games for his work permit place? And see if we can, like, turn that into a proper work permit in the future. That's kind of the only thought there. But he will partner Pavlovic today. Nico will screen the defence. Jashari being the backbone of the team in midfield. We stick with what worked really well very recently. Cam Humphreys on the left. His set-piece ability is key. And Harvey Elliott slowly growing into this team. 1 or 2 good performances after a very slow start. Pafundi, Yamal, untouchable up front. And that's what we've got to go for. So our live comm today, potentially to claim the league title, the trip to Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a rough one, but other teams have dropped points. I fully do believe that we could very easily lose all 3 games and still take the title because other teams are dropping points. Jorgensen, Reece James captaining the Blues with Fofana, Badiashile and Kukurea as the back 4. Arne Engels in midfield alongside Caicedo with Palmer and Pedro out wide. Or maybe not. Yeah, Palmer and Sterling out wide. Pedro and Conco up top. What formation are they playing? I thought they were playing a 4-2-3-1. And they could still be playing that, but I'm not really sure with those players they've got exactly where that would be, to be honest with you. Could be a 4-4-2, it could be a 4-3-3, quite easily. Okay, Slonina, Chilwell, Enzo, David, Levia, Colwell, Gusto, Maffeo, and Joro Hato on their bench. And they got so much going for them. So much. Yeah, we've been on a good run. Go out there and impress me. You can make a difference. You can make yourself heroes. You can make this history here today. You're already greats at this club. It's time to become legends. No fear, no respect for the opposition. We play our game, we play hard, we play fast, we play ruthless, we attack down the flanks, and we just take it early, and we make everything count. We make the game so uncomfortable for them to play when they're on the ball, and we make them panic when we've got it. Go out there and give them hell, boys. Enjoy your day. Title on the line. It is a 4-2-4 or 4-2-2 wide, depending how you want to term it. We've got our compact midfield in place. The hostile arena of Stamford Bridge then, as Chelsea are looking upwards with an eye on Europe, sneaking into the top 6 if results go their way. Swansea just need a point today to almost snatch the title in unlikely circumstances, emulating Leicester's achievement. Opening 10 minutes, quite quiet. Parker searches out for Yamal, but Badiashile is there. Back to Jorgensen. Engels to Cucurella. They play their way out of it. I thought for a second that might have been a little mistake at the back, which would have suited us wonderfully. Benny's got the ball. Fofana to Cucurella. Oh, I thought maybe he'd be caught there. They do release Reece on the right. And the cold man, Snowman Palmer. Cam Humphreys. My God, he's committed right there. Cucurella. And Palmer, oh, it just runs out of him. Good pressure on the front foot from us. Couldn't win the ball, but I think we negated a lot of their pressure. Opening 20 minutes, I don't feel too bad. I'm going to go to positive. Goal kick up to Carboni. Nico now on a little bit of a run. Pafundi, can he find someone? He's got Parker on this far side. It's a terrible ball. Parker realizes and goes back. He doesn't want Sterling to get a good run on him. He's already been booked. It comes to Pedro, to Engels, to Cole Palmer. Meslier, João Pedro should have put it away. I don't know who got in the way of that. It looked like maybe Markan Dali. And Cam Humphreys, lovely left foot. Pavlovic, Carboni, Parker. Don't panic with it. Markan Dali. Jashari to Nico. Parker, go back to the keeper if you need to. There we go. Meslier allow them to reset. And Carboni, lovely touchline play. Gets that ball down. Can he get it across? He can. Lamine Yamal, just wide of the post. That could have been the moment we were waiting for. Oh boy, what an uneventful first half. that has kind of turned eventful. Great defensive play for us. We're now coming into the game as we're playing positively, which really means that Chelsea probably either playing defensively or they're balanced. I don't like this. I don't like this. Get rid of it if you need to. Parker, lovely. A little scared from him. I think he could have beaten him on the outside. He could have done something. Jashari to Humphreys. Humphreys! Oh, I thought that was in for a second. I saw the ripple on the outside of the net. I thought it had snuck in. Cam Humphreys. 5 shots, none on target. Carboni to Pafundi. Jorgensen will just take that. Oh, I don't love it, boys. I don't love it. It's out to Reece James on the right-hand side. Half-time approaching. Nkunku, and he misses when he's through on goal. I mean, João Pedro should have had a goal, but a great block stopped that from happening. And right at the death of the first half, Nkunku, very wasteful. Right centre-back and right-back, both on bookings in the first half. That means things have to change. Unacceptable, boys. That is unacceptable. That is not our style of play. That is not the way we do things. I can't have us do that. Get out there, play the Swansea way, put the fear of God into them. And I didn't say for these two to take it easy, because I'm assuming, and maybe wrongly, but I am assuming that they'll make it to an hour when I'm actually going to make those 2 subs. I'm petrified every time I see him get the ball, though, to be fair. Oh, we just let Arne Engels through. He does score. No tracking back from midfield means that the left back Carboni had to do double duty there on the winger and the midfielder. But like Cam Humphreys should have been in the mix with that. He just wasn't. And again, lazy play is going to cost us there, but that's fine. Close enough to where we want to be. Pafundi just isn't really there right now. Let's see that corner. Is this Cam Humphreys? No, it's Devine, the right back. In curler. Oh, Nico couldn't quite get it away there. Quickly enough, Pellegrino to Pafundi. Pellegrino Jashari, just somebody hit it. Somebody hit it. You hit it from that angle. I don't care. Good shot. Nice pressure. Far too many people in close quarters in the box. We were never really going to be able to find room for a shot, so I'd rather them just hit it. Devine again. Up towards Pavlovic. It is cleared. Cam Humphreys all the way back. We have a lot to do. But a goal could win the title for us. Just a little draw away from home. Jashari anxious. I'm not having it. No. Galbraith on. Harvey Elliott, I'm sorry, but I don't trust you as much as I trust João Rego, which is a weird thing to say. And Pafundi isn't doing anything. We got Yusufa Momoko. It's almost written, the 60 million man who hasn't scored yet, to come off the bench and do something. I trust Egeli more. And I live and die on my own decisions. Those are our subs. Final 20 minutes. Can we get something out of this game? Final 10 minutes. I'm going all out attack for it. Win or lose, decides our title. We're already losing 1-0. We might as well just go fully for it. Rego gets booked. Chelsea going to see this one out. Maybe. Maybe not. Carboni to Humphreys. Galbraith. Pavlovic to Carboni. Early ball in. Jarrigo can't quite get there, but Pellegrino, Cannon Reese, Devine. Back to Pellegrino. Ball across. Or is he going to go himself? Oh, the centre-back. Oh, he worked it onto his left foot. Lovely. That could have been the goal that sealed it all. It doesn't quite work out in our favour. A terrible game of football. One great block at the back that I want to say was Markandali. It might have been Pavlovic. I wasn't really looking at who was where. But João Pedro should have scored. And then they had another shot and threw on goal. My God, Nkunku should have put this to bed early. Didn't really work out. Midfield switched it off. Humphreys not picking up out wide either. And Arnie Engels was able to do a little 1-2. Stroll in and slot home. Fair result. 100%. But I'm not happy with that. Is that the wake-up call the team needed? Potentially it was. Potentially it was. Or potentially it doesn't need to be, because we spoke about it all this time. Brentford had a great early season. They tailed off, but at the end here, they could have a say in the title race, defeating Man City. And that puts Man City out of the title race. I said we could lose all three and seal the title, and this is why. Arsenal, game in hand, 9 points for them to play for. They can join us on 77. We could get handed the title if they don't win their next game. Our next game is a home game where we invite Arsenal to play in a true title decider. Absolutely crazy stuff. The sad thing is, in a game like that, you'd expect us to be like super tired. We're not, which means we didn't even really work that hard. It's a little bit disappointing to see. To be fair, it's a little bit disappointing to see. 3 days rest for you. 2 days for you because you need to get fit, so you probably need a little more training. Just going to run the same squad for the Arsenal game if I can. Well, that wasn't good enough. And a draw would have sealed the title because Man City lost. And it's fine margins. Absolute fine margins. Norwich are relegated. We got Sheffield United versus Stoke and Leicester versus West Brom in the playoffs. Ipswich coming up behind Leeds. Burnley just missing out, as do Sunderland. And Birmingham with Wrexham just in behind. Absolutely fantastic beer. Norwich are down. Southampton are probably down, but that game in hand gives them mathematical hope. And then it's a fight. Bournemouth, Fulham, Everton, and even Palace. It's going to be a tasty end of the season. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I'm trying to think of the teams I've played. Like Palace. Palace were kind of tough to play against. Bournemouth were kind of... I'm surprised to see Bournemouth down there. Especially some of the players they've got and they've picked up over the years, and they still have, like... You know, they got Aarons. They picked up Greaves off us. Lewis Koch, Alex Scott. You know, Christie's no slouch. Kluivert, Traore, Evan Nielsen. Like, that's really solid. Petrovic is good in goal. Truffert, Quattara, Arroyo. Like, I like all these players. Tyler Adams I kind of like. Solanke was a nice little pickup for them. Like, they're just somehow in trouble. I haven't been paying attention, to be honest with you. Like, I remember them outside of the relegation zone here. I've kind of been focused on the top. That's kind of thrown me for a loop, to be honest with you. But yeah, it really is up the top, which is the big stories right now. But Norwich are down, Southampton probably down. And one I would say Palace, Everton, Fulham, Bournemouth to join them. Wolves, nearly safe, probably. Will be safe. And yeah, just played their way out of trouble, to be fair. I thought they were nailed on to go down early this season. But Arsenal keep their hopes alive. And Jashari for Leeds. That wasn't on my bingo card today either. That wasn't on my bingo card. I'm reluctant to see him go. How much is this clause? 100 million. Yeah, I'll sell him for 100 million. 100% I will. And then 84 million, the highest price allowed. Okay, so Meslier, Al Hilal. Sam Parker, just Wolves now. Al Ali for Pavlovich. Jashari for Leeds. Villa, Burnley, and Southampton for Galbraith. Yeah. Could be a fun summer. Southampton. Make that game in hand work, and not only work, but a 6-pointer. A 3-0 victory away to Bournemouth. And just like that, they've got a realistic shot now. They need to get results on both days, but wow, that's a quality result for them. Fair play. That is such a quality result for them. Ika out for 3 months. Wasn't going to be used anyway. Absolutely fine. No more injuries for our first team. We should be fit and ready to play, and we're at home, so maybe, just maybe. I gotta stop opening my mouth. I gotta stop opening my mouth. No tight ground for Buffon. That will be oh so close. Sheffield United beaten by Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final. Coming down to the wire. Coming down to the wire. 2 games to play. 6 points the gap. Just some weird results recently. For Man City especially. Arsenal, to be fair, have been flying. At home to Villa on the last day. It's tough. It's a chance for them to drop points for sure. If we don't get the job done here today and it goes down to that final day, us away to Man United, there's a chance we sneak a point to take the title. There's a chance that Villa get a draw at the Emirates. But oh my God, it really could come down to goal difference on the final day. And if they beat us by like 4, then they would need to match our goal difference if we lose to United and they beat Villa by the same margin to tie up the goal difference. Which means we just can't let them score 4. We can lose both games, but we cannot lose by multiple goals. I'm not talking to the team about a title chance. We ain't doing it. We ain't talking about it. We ain't thinking about it. We're thinking that we've got Champions League. We've had a hell of a season. Everything's a bonus. And we're just out there to beat a big, bad team in Arsenal. That's all we're here for. That's all we're thinking about. Everything else does not matter. Transfer spend, not too bad. Villa have actually spent a little bit, but they've recouped a lot of money. Arsenal trying to get this title. Maybe they realised that the rest of the league was falling off a little bit, and this was their chance, but they haven't done great. Liverpool, net spend of 900,000. Villa beat Chelsea. That gives them a little impetus and an eye on the top four. Something to play for in the last game of the season with Arsenal, if it matters. Fundy is fit. I'm going to swap those over. We're going to go. Carboni is fitter. He's good. Markandali, he can play again. And we just go. David Raya, Ben White, Kurt Zuma, Ricardo Calafiori, Alexander Zinchenko. Zubamendi to screen with Odegaard, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, and Gyökeres. Gonna be a tough lineup. No Declan Rice, no Gabriel, no Timber. They drop out the side. Marino, Nonto, Xhaka, Skelly, Lewis Skelly, Larkin, and Kepa on the bench alongside Gabriel and Rice. Timber drops right out of the squad. Put some pressure on the boys. See if we can get off to a good start. That's our lineup. And we will be facing a very dangerous Arsenal side that are looking to spoil our party and steal the title. Take it to a deadline day of dreams in the Premier League. Encourage the boys. On cautious. Everyone looks good. 7 minutes in, very attacking. 11 minutes in, down to positive. We're going to sit until like 23 minutes and go back to cautious. We're just testing Arsenal. We're just getting ourselves into the game. Arsenal have had chances. Up to balance. That's only going to be bad if they're playing attacking or possibly positive. We get our first shot on the game. Very attacking, just for half-time. We're going to start off positive and see, but Arsenal had a solid chance, it seems, early on. And that kind of got a foothold into the game. We've come back into it in the end. We've had a shot on target. Not a good one, but 2 corners each. Both have a shot on target. Arsenal are fouling a lot more than us, and they have slightly more possession. But that boring 45 minutes gets us halfway to the league title. Another boring 45 minutes could do the job. Oh, Markandali, you... I mean, you're going to get 55 minutes again, son. Like, it's good for your work permit, but you're not showing me that you can do something here. Everybody else responds. Mark and Dali down and pressurized. Okay. A little encouraged. Get our morale back up. And we will see. Zubimendi throwing himself in the way of a shot. Okay, Carboni, Humphreys, Jashari not there. Nico to Jashari, back to him, out wide. Carboni, Pavlovic. Weird ball, but Humphreys is there. Gets it across. Yamal's shot blocked. Not great. Saka can't break because Carboni is there, and we do clean up and don't allow a counter. Oh my God, that could have been something. That could have been something. Boys, girls, children of all ages. That could have been something. Let's go, Makoko. Let's go. I didn't give you your opportunity. Let's go. Carboni, Dogu, Parker, Divine. Macandali looks okay now, but Pellegrino. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. If not now, then when Calafiori, Gabi, Jesus. Back to Gabriel, Zubamendi, Big Kurt Zuma. Oh, Divine didn't quite get across there nicely enough. Opened up the ball into Gyökeres. Mesne did enough. Martin Odegaard on the corner. Arsenal pushing, looking. We get it clear though. Pavlovic clear out to Jesus. Odegaard. Offside. I thought he was. I'm really glad that they caught it. Going up to attacking because I don't think Arsenal are playing defensive, and that's going to be the only thing that really counters us. I always want to do one more sub, just one more, but it's always one more. It's always one more. Ray go off the bench. Oh. I don't love it, but I'm going very attacking. 10 minutes to win a title. 10 minutes to win the title. Dogu, Mokoku, Humphreys, Pafundi hits the post. Dogu to Nico Gonzalez. Back to Pavlovic to Dogu. Back into Nico. Backs against the wall. That could have been the goal to win the title. We can get the draw to win the title. They've made some subs. Mukoko, great. Ryan makes a mistake. Get that ball in the box. Pafundi. 89th minute penalty. We're being gifted the title not only by the other teams, but by the referees. By VAR. Simone Pafundi has just won Swansea City the Premier League title. Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. No, you're gonna believe us. We're gonna win the league. By God, Ryan got a touch on that. That was petrifying. But we don't care. They need 2 goals. Oh my God, they've got one back. Oh. I'm not having it, boys. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. We're not doing this. I'm going all out attack again. Oh my God, Gabriel. Go get me the winner. Pellegrino to Divine. 1.5 minutes left. Pafundi in behind the defense. Oh, I thought it had worked. I thought it had worked. I really had thought it worked. I'm going to cautious. I'm going to cautious. Saka can't win that. Cam Humphreys, the man of dreams, Pafundi, just Shari. Oh my God, what a great run. He didn't get there. Skelly, out wide, good run. Gyökeres outplayed that. Just Shari to Pafundi. Gabriel gets there though. We're inside the last minute. One last chance. Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Still Declan Rice. Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres. Oh. How close? How close can you get? I went all on attack. We almost won it. We hit the post. We did everything right. We couldn't quite get there. They score the corner. We should have made it 2-1 ourselves. It kind of breaks down. And right at the death, 10 seconds left. Declan Rice down the right wing. And Gyökeres bundles home the winner. And keeps Arsenal's dream alive. They will play Aston Villa. We've got a trip to Old Trafford. We only lost by a single goal. We only lost by a single goal. But it is coming down to the final day. There needs to be a 10-goal swing between us and Arsenal. There needs to be a 10-goal swing. I was going to say goals for might play a part. And we have been by far the best team with that all season. We have now been caught. Arsenal match us 75 each 4. If we can't beat Man United, and I love the fact that it's Arsenal playing Villa, us playing United on the final day to decide this. My God. We knew it was coming. The end of season, last 3 games, we knew were going to be ridiculously difficult, and they have been. But we almost did something away to Chelsea. We switched off for a moment. It was done. We almost won it at the death, but a corner, and then just 10 seconds from time, we couldn't quite extend it long enough to get the job done. And now we've got to go to Old Trafford to win it if we can. Just brutal. Brutal. Just brutal. And I've got to run the same team. I've just got to run the same team. 8 days, the entire squad is getting 3 days off. Oh my God, this has come down to the absolute final. Liverpool do secure the Champions League spot, so Villa and United don't have much to play for there. They do have Brighton right on their heels, so it's a battle for 5th and 6th place, not going down to 7th for them. They do have something to play for. But Arsenal have kept the fight alive to the final day of the season. And just when you think it's all done and it's all gone your way, a 90th minute penalty. A 94th minute corner. Gabriel, 96th minute. Rice run. Gyökeres bundles it over the line. It's why we love the sport. It's why we love FM. Even if it's not great sometimes. Under 21's defeat by Chelsea, 3-0. I mean, it's an under 21 competition where most of my players are going to be quite young. Japa, 22. Ika 21, Archie 25. But most of them are going to be like Kennelly. Oh. Hunt out for 3 months. Not that that matters. Chelsea beat Liverpool 3-2 in the final to take the FA Cup then. We're getting a lot of our training in with our players. Divine out for 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. Oh, we're playing United, so no Dorgu. Yeah, okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense. Kennelly and Ben Reynolds. They will sit on the bench for me and probably come on. Ben has played once in the league, twice in the cup, done okay. Massimo has played once in the league off the bench and scored a goal last season, and once in the cup. He hasn't played for us in the league this season, but he has had another cup game. So, yeah, drip feeding games into the kids. And we will continue to do so. We will continue to do so. Not going to really dwell too much on the last two results. Not going to overthink too many things or get too much in the way of expectations or whatnot for this game. If we win or draw, we win the league. If we lose, it all depends what Arsenal do. If we lose by 1 or 2 goals, then Arsenal need to go full out. So, yeah. Not talking to the team about the title. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Wages to turnover, we're 16%. I'm very happy about that. I'm sure we're about to really get a new request for contracts and end up probably near the 40% mark. Pretty sure about that. Wolves don't earn that much money. So Man City, 64, Arsenal, 53, Chelsea's 49, United, 42, Liverpool, 41. See, I don't mind sitting at about 40. I think that's fair. I don't think we need to overpay. We've got United. Arsenal got the home game against Villa. World Cup finals. Dorgu for Denmark. Mokoko for Germany. How have you got in the Germany squad? How desperate are they? Okay. Bafandi for Italy. Yamal for Spain. Jashari for Switzerland. Pavlovic for Serbia. Bafandi is fine. Locker is out. And it all boils down to this. I think Arsenal are going to start on the attack, so we are going to go on the attack ourselves. And I need players right now I can really trust and I really want. Rego will come back in. Harvey Elliott will need to wait for his chance from the bench. And that's it. That's all the preamble we need. A triple header commentary as the title fight is still ongoing. A trip to Old Trafford to play Spalletti's Red Devils. Man United. Bender in goal. Mazraoui, De Ligt, Ignacio and Shaw with Ugarte and Casemiro in front of them. Mount, Garnacho, Rashford and Sheshko. On the bench, Danny Grimshaw, Lisandro Martinez, Kobe Mainu, Rasmus Højlund, Jadon Sancho, Diogo Dalot, Bendito, Matando, Enzo Canabic, and Goodwill Kukonki, sorry. Onana is out of the entire side without a net. Sancho drops to the bench. Sick and tired of getting bad result, boys. Goalie, the only one not motivated. I'm good with that. This is how we line up then. Very interesting United lineup. Swansea, great all season. A tough run at the death, and they are feeling it. The theatre of dreams. But is it dreams or nightmares for Swansea City today? They look to claim their first ever Premier League title. Nobody thought they had a chance. Nobody would have put money on them start of the season. And yet here they are, 90 minutes away. Keep an eye up here for the Arsenal scores as they come in. Arsenal playing Villa at home. A draw is enough for the title. Big win for Arsenal, big loss for us. Could change everything. Opening 25 minutes, kind of nothing. Rashford far post, but Mark and Dali does okay. Luke Shaw cuts in. Meslier with a great save again. The high reflex stat is doing bits. He denies Shesko. Down to cautious. Makandali again there. Rashford to Ugarte. Nico Gonzalez gets the ball down, and Meslier out to Sammy Parker. That will do. That will do. 30 minutes gone. A third of the way into this. We're goalless. Arsenal, Villa goalless. Time is running out for Aston Villa to spoil the party and for Man United to spoil the party. Time is running out for Arsenal to steal this title. 0-0 at half time. You're working hard, boys. You're working hard. I've had one highlight. They probably should have scored from it, but they've had one highlight. And they are by far the better team. Don't really want to change much, but Mainu is in then. A 55-minute encourage. Get that going. Man City 1-0 down. Not that it matters for us. I thought we might be able to steal that ball. And sure, here we go. Rego. Lamine Yamal. Simone Profundi. Ball across to Lamine Yamal. Bad defending by Man United. Give them far too much time. Don't call that offside. Oh my God, after the death at United. Oh my God, I can't take much more. Absolutely terrible scenes. We stick with it. How close was this? Yeah, not even that close. Oh, Luke Shaw, thank you. Luke Shaw with the title assist. Up to positive. We're not messing around. We're going to take the ball out of their area. Jashari's not playing well. Harvey Elliott can come in that creative spot in the middle. It's a little too early for the fullbacks. I'm going to change out the entire midfield. Yeah, I'm going to change out the entire midfield. I'm my final two subs are going to be my two fullbacks. Unless there's an injury or a yellow card, at 75-ish minutes, I think those are the two subs we're going to do, and that's going to see out the game for us, and that's going to win us the title. Because we ask our midfield, especially the Mazzalas, to do so much. We ask our fullbacks to do so much for us. We ask the strikers to do a lot, but they've done their job. And if they're not great up front, it doesn't really matter at this stage. Because unless Man United score 4 goals, maybe 5 goals in the next 30 minutes, and unless Arsenal score 5 or 6 in their last half hour against Villa, we win the title anyway. But here we could win at Old Trafford with a win. Meslier, brilliant save there, tips it wide. And yeah, that is absolutely fine. You two don't look happy. Let's just change you about. Parker's actually doing really well, but let's get the kids on at fullback. What's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Calm down. But yes, I know. 10 minutes from time. Arsenal 1-0 up at Aston Villa. Looks like the title will go down to the death here. Maybe Man United with a goal or 2 goals could see this in. But Reynolds, the left back, big bad Ben Reynolds. He does blunt that attack. He's now got Jadon Sancho on the outside. Lacks the pace, but Meslier comes and claims it. Launch it, son. Route 1. Big boot. Harvey Elliott. Martinez up. Šeško, I think he was played onside. I don't actually think he was offside. I think our left back there was playing him onside, but a good save anyway. Liverpool going down 2-0 here. Back to Bafunde. Yamal to Bafunde. Baybrook. Somebody shoot. Galbraith, just shoot. Ethan. Harvey Elliott, oh my God. He smashed it against the crossbar. We could have turned on the style right at the end. And you know what? We are turning on the style right at the end. Very attacking. Big bad Ben Reynolds with a throw-in. Theatre of Dreams. Crowning new champions. As the succulent swans soar over the United team right now. Jadon Sancho. We do have men back. Canelli with a lovely interception. Ben Reynolds and Canelli doing their bits to get over the line. The kids are all right. The team's good enough. And by God, the rest of the league, including especially Arsenal and Man City, were goddamn awful. Which gives Swansea City their first ever. Come on. Premier League trophy. Championship Season 1, 8th place Season 2, Premier League Season 3 on the final day. The goal now becomes Champions League Season 4 just because it sounds as dumb as winning the Premier League in Season 3. But that's the first title hoisted at Old Trafford in a minute. And it boils down to Bafundi feeding Lamine Yamal and him slotting home in a poor game again. But it's games like this that have won us a title. We haven't lost to teams we shouldn't. We've got some decent results against some big clubs. And this is another one there. But these two up top have been great. This man in net has been special and so much better than you would ever have imagined him to be. 4 million, Leeds' third choice goalkeeper, being thrown out of their club as they're in the Championship. He comes in, he sets a new clean sheet record, and he just keeps making saves. Absolutely Absolutely. We are champions. Phenomenal. 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 Zhao Rego, Ardon Jashari, Cameron Humphreys, Sam Parker. Displaying little emotion. Probably because they were subbed. Carboni understands his substitution because he's tired. Everybody else looks pretty happy indeed. And yeah, that's all she wrote. And when it all comes down to it again, it would not have mattered. Donald Malin, 81 minutes, broke the hearts at Arsenal. They held the lead for just 3 minutes. And that makes it look a lot better. We thought we might end up just winning on 77. We win on 80, which is still low. But we hit 80. At the death, Fulham go down with Southampton. Everton drop close. Bournemouth pull themselves out of the danger zone. And Palace and Wolves stay clear after some good work early in the season. Palace beating Man City on the final day. Everton succumbed to Newcastle, but had already done enough. Fulham do lose to Southampton, who drag them down to the Championship with them. It would have taken an almighty goal-scoring feat, though, for goal difference to have turned around. So they realistically were already down. And Norwich, of course, were the first relegated team, despite not being bottom at that point. United stay sixth, just on goal difference from Brighton, who draw with Chelsea. Villa managed to get that draw, pushing them clear up into fifth. Liverpool fourth. They lost to Forest today, but nothing to play for. Man City lost to Palace, nothing to play for. And we just about got the job done in our game to push over Arsenal for the season. Arne Slot is sacked by Liverpool. Big little news that just doesn't really come up anywhere. Oh, that was the nerviest end to the season I've had in a long time. The tightest end to the season I had in a long time. Our defensive record was just phenomenal. Lamine Yamal ends up, what? 19. Oh, he couldn't quite hit 20 in the Premier League. Slightly annoying, but 19 goals, 7 assists, 8 player of the matches, 7.36 rating. Barca didn't use him. Barca didn't want him. We swoop in again. And absolutely fantastic. His guide value is 98 million plus. His minimum fee for Champions League teams is 97 million plus. We are going to be talking about that very, very soon. But we have a fantastic time. And yeah, I might manage Swansea a little bit here and there. Yeah. I've managed other teams as well. Not many. Yeah, 201 odds at the start of the season. Let's look at the preview. The highest we got was 11th. 19th is where we started. And they're finally kind of giving us some respect with our players. Lamine Yamal, of course, should be high up. Profundi, fairly high up. But none of them make the team of the season. Whether that's fair or not, I don't know. But 28 goals conceded is a miraculous achievement given some of our players and what you'd really expect from them if you're not paying attention to individual ratings. 76 goals for means we share the title of top goal scorers with Arsenal. I had a fear they would overtake us on the final day, but they didn't. And like I say, 80 points, good enough for third last season. Good enough for third, because we had a much better goal difference the season before. This year is good enough for first, baby, and we will take it. And if we had lost on that final day, we would have won the title on 77 and been as unapologetic as we are at 80. We almost got our point against Chelsea. We almost got all three against Arsenal, but the point we needed was almost there, snatched at the death. And then when all said and done, Meslier, with two phenomenal saves, is what wins us a title when Lamine Yamal finally gets the job done up the other end of the pitch. Oh my God, what a season. What a journey. And it's just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, looks like we can hire some more staff now. Haaland, top goal scorer, 34 and 31. My God, man. Absolutely crazy. Ollie Watkins and Lamine Yamal get 19. Yamal, young player of the season. Goal of the season, a stunning volley from 26 meters against Forest. This is worth watching. So I was really kind of pleased at this. Because tight quarters, we get there. Elliott back, and a first-time hit from the center of the pitch. Absolutely beautiful. That is your goal of the season. Meslier's Golden Glove, 17 clean sheets, 3 more than Jorgensen and Alisson. What an absolute bargain he has turned out to be. Ignore the 11s and 12s, they're not important. Look at the white numbers. Ignore agility. There we are, I'll help you. Look at the 4 white numbers. Aerial reach, one-on-ones, reflexes, jumping reach. 6'5" helps. But those are the numbers which can really help out a goalie. He's very consistent. He's very good. He's only 2.5 star, 3 star. He's probably going to get a big money move and get paid millions by Al Hilal. But it's probably one of the best 4 millions I've ever spent. Absolutely is. 17 clean sheets. 2 man of the match awards. Right at the end, that last game was one of them. Average rating of 7.17. Couldn't get a game for Leeds, but he can win the Premier League and the Golden Glove with us 100%. Manager of the Year and Team of the Year then. Erling Haaland and Lamine Yamal up top. Martinelli and Saka out wide. Kai Havertz and Cam Humphreys in midfield. Gabriel joins Sam Parker, Pavlovic, Carboni, and Meslier from Swansea. 4 Arsenal players. Erling Braut Haaland, and the other 6 are from your champions who have performed way better than their ratings and their stats really would tell you. These are the players that have dominated the Premier League and have won the title. Okay, Yamal is kind of what you expect to see. You can see how far the rest of them are off. And when you look at the other players like Haaland, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel, there's so many highlights to their games, and there just isn't with ours. But we got some key players in key positions, and everybody has their role to play. And McIntyre gets 6 games at the end of the season he probably shouldn't have had. That's really going to help with his work permit. We can keep feeding him in off the bench as well. Meslier, Al Hilal, Jashari, wanted by Leeds. Galbraith wanted by Villa, Burnley, Forest, and Southampton. So it looks like a couple of players like Pavlovic was wanted by Al-Ali as well, but Yeah, Gonzalez, Parker, Humphreys, Rego. They were all wanted, but Fundy, they were all wanted. They're now not. We'll see what happens over the summer. But, yeah, what an absolute phenomenal season. So I hope you enjoyed that title run-in. I wanted to do the live comms. I wanted to get to this screen to end. I knew it was coming quickly. But I do hope you enjoyed. That was absolutely mental. I'm drained like hell, but we got there. As mad as it is, we won the Premier League season 3 with Swansea. Champions League up next. Like, just we just gotta keep pushing and keep breaking this game. But yeah, hopefully you'll be back for the rest of it, and I'll see you very, very soon for the start of season 4. But Yamal gets a B. 19 Premier League goals, gets a B. Okay. Yeah, okay. A B minus is a star performer in Meslier. I don't disagree, but like, that's weird. Carbone does fantastic for us. That's a C plus. B minus for Nico. B plus for Loka. I mean, they're just looking for money, really, aren't they? In like wages. B and A on loan. 6 months for 175 grand. I don't think that's value for. I don't think that's bad money for value for money at all. And 2.5 million to make it permanent. It just I don't get. That's right. Yeah, that's 100% correct. But he's done good. Baybrook. I wouldn't be mad about that at all. At all. Dowley, a D. Yeah, but he got the job done. He got us over the line. And they like the Mokoka deal, which is probably the one they should hate the most because he's absolutely sucked. Garcia, Wills, Staminich, Abreu, Hyman, Greaves. They don't like any of these sales, but they like the money we got in for them. Bait, Vapotnik. There's a lot of C pluses, B minuses, which I do understand. I honestly do. Absolutely fine. Loans out. Didn't even score a bunch. Alex Waller did at Walsall. 8th in League 2. That's not bad. And Liam Owen. I've got to stop clicking the wrong places. 7th in League 2 for Bristol. Rovers, who go up via the playoffs. So Walsall just miss out. One of our players scored a bunch for them. And one of our players scored a bunch for Bristol Rovers. And they do go up. And oh my God, Newport County go up. We've got a League 1 feeder club. Our old feeder club, Yeovil, stay up barely, but they do. Okay, cool. So absolutely fantastic. As we've seen, biggest win, 5-1 over Bournemouth. They did go down to 10 men fairly early, to be fair. We were 1-0, 1-all. 1-0 down, 1-all. They get a man sent off. And then we sort of hit them early in the second half and keep the pressure up. The match, remember, 2-0 at Tottenham, I don't disagree with. And the goal of the season, of course, is the Premier League goal of the season. That first-time volley from midfield from Lamine Yamal as Harvey Elliott knocks it back to him. 155 million in the making this game. Elliott and Yamal. Oh my God. So, no new sponsorship. We haven't grown in reputation yet. If we're not 4-star for next season, I'm going to think something's really wrong because we just won the league, damn it. But yeah, sponsorship, oh my God. Really? Big sponsorship. We lose a little bit of money here, though. Corporate's gone up a touch. Prize money, of course, has gone up. 8th to 1st is an extra 13 million in prize money. But yeah, match day commercial and retail was really down low, even though our merchandise sales have gone up through the roof as well, which is really nice. Bafunda, Yamal, Rego, Jashari, Humphries, Gonzalez, Carbone, Pellegrino, Pavlovic, Parker, Meslier. They've got my 11 right. Humphries should be on the left, Rego on the right. He gave way to Harvey Elliott, but Rego was probably more important throughout the season. I need to swap the centre-backs because Pavlovic only has a left foot. Pellegrino has a little bit of a right foot, so they'd be more comfortable. Swap these two. They got the rest right. No complaining. Wow, Cam Humphries got a double-double. 10 goals, 10 assists. Unbelievable. Premier League Manager of the Month for September. The Premier League Manager of the Year. Yamal, 7.4. Young Player of the Season and the Fans Player of the Season. The signing of the season, goalkeeper Ilyan Meslier. Goal of the season, of course, Yamal. Top goal scorer, Yamal. Most player of the matches, Yamal. Highest average rating, Yamal. Best passer, Pellegrino. That's always going to be a centre-back in my formations. Most assists, Cam Humphries. A lot from corners, but a few from open play. And yeah, record breakers, Yamal for most player of the matches. The most money in for Vipotnik, 58 million. And then almost 85 for Harvey Elliott. Biggest selling out. Golden Glove to Messier. Next gen to Yamal. Young Player of the Year to Yamal. And the goal of the season for the Premier League. It doesn't show that for some reason. But it should. Swansea City dared to dream. And thanks to a great run of results in the middle of the season, their dreams came true. Let's go. Absolutely phenomenal. First in the league in goals against, first in clean sheets, second in expected goals, second in goals per game, and we were above our XG. Second in shots on target per game, second in dribbles per game, second in set piece goals scored, fourth in expected goals against per game. That's interesting. We were expected to concede 1.12. We ended up conceding 0.73. And I think a lot of that lives and dies in the hands of the French Revolution himself, Ilyan Meslier, the 4 million signing from Leeds. That's almost half a goal a game that he has kept us in the good. And then up front, we're supposed to be 1.73, and we're up a quarter of a goal a game over where we should be. So, yeah. That's great. Yamal gets in. That's about it. Walton's still our best goalie, apparently. Don't really think so. Sport profile. A lot more fair weather fans coming in. We just gained a bunch more fans on social media. Absolutely fantastic. Final season dynamics. Dogo's upset on loan. That's dragging our atmosphere down, but it doesn't really matter. We got a lot of personalities at the club. That's fair. Support's good. Cohesion's good. Captain Jashari. Vice Captain Humphries. They're both the team leaders. Pavlovic, Galbraith, and Gonzalez, highly influential. And then the influential group includes Elliott, Meslier, Yamal, Pafundi, Carboni, Rego, Dogu, and Parker. I'm on board with that. Locker, Baybrook, Koan, they haven't really played much, to be fair. And they're not new signings. So that shine has kind of worn off them. But everyone else supports me. I'm pretty happy with that. Social groups, we are one. That is great. Cam wants a new contract. Dogu wants to play in a better position. but that doesn't matter. But Cam wants a new contract. 10 goals, 10 assists in the Premier League. Can I make him a first team player? I don't know. That's going to be really, really tight. Premier League aims. Oh, this is tricky. We've just won the league, but we're tipped for relegation, and we're probably, reputation-wise, a mid-table team. Champions League, I think, felt safe, and I went for it. So, yeah. Champions League games. Let's have fun with it, boys. Let's just have fun. And that's it. We're going to challenge for the Champions League. We're going to challenge for the Champions League place next season. And we're just going to enjoy our run in the Champions League. And that's all we need to say. Absolutely fantastic. There you go. Absolutely fantastic. End the season break. And we are going to... Yeah, we're going to Japan. Absolutely fantastic. Your Premier League winning Swansea City. Quick look at stats over the season. Most appearances, unsurprisingly, Meslier. 17 clean sheets. Expected XG. Yamal hit 19 when he's supposed to hit a little over 14. Buffon should have got about 14. He gets 16. Rego bang on. Humphreys doubles his total. Pavlovic just one more. Elliott one less. Half a goal less for Gonzalez. A little more for Jashari. Carboni under. Sampaka way under. But Aguirre above. Galbraith above. So we're kind of balancing out. But right at the top end, sharp end of the table, is where we are making the difference in our extra XG. It's Buffon and Yamal. Assist 10 for Humphreys, and then the strikers combining to set other players up as well. 9 for Buffon, 7 for Yamal, plus the fullbacks that love to maraud down the wings. João Regao in the conversation with Gonzalez, Elliott, and Ethan Galbraith. Not too shabby at all. Player of the matches, Yamal stole the headlines. Buffon, Cam Humphreys, Parker, Carboni, Meslier. As you'd expect. The most yellow cards, 4 for Pavlovic, 4 for Nico Gonzalez. 3 for Jashari. And then 2 for the fullbacks, Carboni and Parker, as well as Cam Humphreys. No reds on the season. Yamal 7.36. Meslier 7.17. Buffon 7.14. Parker, Carboni 7.08 and 7.06 respectively. 7.01 for Cam Humphreys and a flat 7 for Nico Gonzalez. Have you ever seen a Premier League winning side with 7 players only at 7 and above, and with only 1 player above a 7.2? Because I'm not sure I have. But we're making history. We're making history. Damn right we're making history. We've already got Mamardashvili in for next season, expecting to lose Meslier and make Dorgu's loan permanent. Big money spent. Again, Mokoko, 60 million for misery. Hopefully he comes good next season. Could sell him for more. But that don't feel good. Then 84 for Harvey Elliott, who improved, but still isn't hitting the ground running. Certainly not as good as you kind of hope for. We'll see what he does next season. But like I say, the other big thing, the value for Yamal is already above this release clause for Champions League teams. And that could be very, very difficult to navigate. So Cam Humphreys wants a new contract. I argue Yamal needs a new contract. And we need to see who comes in for our players. So that'll be next time. Until then, thank you very much for being a part of the journey. I appreciate the continued support. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below what you think of this achievement and what we can do in the Champions League next season. But yeah, it's been a real fun ride, and we're going to continue to break FM24, my 30 years of knowledge, against the game's AI. No cheat tactics, no cheat training, no cheat programs, no cheat shortlists, no cheat anything. Just the game with an updated transfer database, I think from FM Inside, if I'm not incorrect. It's up on, it's the one up on Steam, the FM update, I think from FM Inside. And yeah, just seeing if I know enough about the game to break it completely before FM26 comes through. And I know my Swans well enough to be able to do that. So that is what we're proving. Championship Season 1. 8th place in the Premier League, our first season. Winning it in Season 3, our second Premier League campaign. And now eyes on the Champions League prize. So, hey, we got to go for it, right? We got to go for it. Check out the other playlists on the channel. There's other games I play that are similar-ish, even though they're different themes. So you might enjoy those. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Till then, until this madness continues, stay safe. Be humble. I wish you all the very, very best. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see me do one or two things, and that can lead you to break FM2. And also, yeah, leave a comment. FM26. The challenge is going to be, can I do with Swansea on FM26, as soon as it's released, the same that I've done at the tail end here of 24. Win the championship, mid-table Premier League, win the Premier League. Can I emulate this save on 26? Have your say, comment section down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Season 4 starts very soon, so be prepared.